welcome back to the Dallas Bankers Club show. I'm Dean Rosencrans, host and founder of the Dallas Bankers Club. I'm also, on my day job, market president for the Associated Bank Commercial Group here in Texas. And I have some really special guests for y'all today. Some of my senior executives have come into Dallas and are spending some time with us here in market. I've got Rod Murray, our commercial bank head for the Central Region, and he's in from Chicago. And Tom Schlehuber, my immediate manager, so I got to be nice to him. He's our expansion market head as well. Guys, welcome to the show. I really appreciate you being on.
Thanks, Dean.
You know, I really wanted to take some time with you all to kind of hear your story of why we're here in Texas. You know, I'm trying to be the Pied Piper for us down here, but you're kind of the brainchilds behind this. And Tom, I know when we spoke, you kind of gave me the rundown. But Rod, you know, tell us a little bit about your background and your Texas connections as well, and why we're here.
Sure. 30 years in banking last month, so.
Wow, you don't look like you're 25 years old.
Started. Yeah, so 30 years in banking, always in the Chicago or in the Illinois area, and always on the commercial banking side of things. The Dallas and the Texas connection, yes, I have a lot of family down here. Most of my family is here my immediate family's here in Texas, either on the Dallas side or on the Fort Worth side.
All right, awesome.
So plenty of reasons to come down.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you being here, and you know, we're real excited on our team to be part of this. So Tom, tell us a little bit about your brainchild for Texas. I mean, I know when we initially spoke, it was real exciting, and you were real excited about moving in. What do you think so far?
Oh, absolutely. You mentioned the Dallas Bankers Club. I was fortunate enough to come to your first inaugural one, and to see the electricity in the room. I bet there was probably 60 people that were in this room and to see your connections throughout the banking community just validated why we're doing what we're doing, and that you're the spearhead to do this for us. Yeah.
Well, you know, we have a upcoming Dallas Bankers Club event on June 27th, and it's actually going to be here at Real News PR. So, as you know, the concept of the show is to really dive into kind of granularity of working and talking with other bankers and CEOs and CFOs. And, you know, this show is kind of to try to showcase some of that, right? And Associated Bank has had some of this going on in Chicago. Can you tell us a little bit about the podcast or the radio show up in Chicago that y'all put on?
Oh, sure. We sponsor with WGN the Opening Bell, and that's a weekly broadcast that's on the early morning show that's on Thursday mornings, and it's talking about just various topics of things that should be on our business owners' minds, CFO, CEO, different C-suite ownership on any topic in hand. So there's a complete gamut. There are about 7 of us or 8 of us that do the show. Been going on for about a year and a half, and at least for now, so far so good. And it's a nice piece that then can be pushed out on a podcast or in any shape and form on the social media.
Right. Well, you know, give some of our listeners a rundown, if you don't mind, about Associated Bank, because that is one of the things that, as the market manager here, has been getting the brand out.
Big picture of Associated Bank, publicly traded, so everything that I say is out there under the ticker symbol ASB. Asset size is $34 billion, so what's that mean in general terms? Somewhere in the 40-something-ish, largest bank in the United States. And while it's Midwest-based, our touches can be coast-to-coast on either our specialty verticals or on our commercial real estate sponsorships that we follow. The bank wakes up every day thinking about companies who are Midwest, kind of that Midwest hardworking, same as Texas, and that's
I
why
always describe it kind of like the Rust Belt.
We look at places that fit with the model and what it is that Associated Bank wants to do every day, where it fits the best and where it serves its clients the best. And Texas was absolutely a natural fit
Sure.
as we looked at that a few years ago to enter into the market.
Tom, tell us a little bit about the expansion markets, because obviously Texas is one of those, but what are the other markets that Associated Bank is covering right now?
Sure. Indianapolis, that's where my home is. Cincinnati, Columbus, Ohio, and St. Louis. This was the next phase. We have got a best-in-class commercial real estate group here.
We've been active and seeing a lot of opportunities in the commercial group. And for our listeners that are interested in Associated Bank in Texas, we work on deals that are roughly $5 million in credit facility size up to about $40–50 million. And we're doing a lot of participation syndication work right now, but we're also looking for those sole bank opportunities as well. So we have a great platform for sure, and I really appreciate you guys giving us a platform to do what we do and getting the brand out, and just supporting us in Texas. We're a long way away from Wisconsin, and you know it's funny, but I know I can say this, but we are the bank of the Packers, and you know sometimes that goes over and sometimes it doesn't. But you know it's one of those things in Dallas. It's we got a lot of cheeseheads down here, and so hopefully when the Cowboys and the Packers play again down here, y'all will come down and visit with us, and we can take some of our clients out to that. So. You know, we have a lot of time here left on the show, but I want to tell us a little bit about what you do on the off time. Kids, family.
Kids, family, yes.
How many kids you have?
So twins, young twins, 7 years old, and so that takes up a good chunk of the time for my wife and I.
How old?
7.
Wow.
Otherwise, love to travel. Certainly try to enjoy the outdoors as much as you can in that situation. A little bit of reading and some sports watching when you have time. But
so what side? Because you're in Chicago. Baseball. Who are you rooting for?
I root for the Cubs, but I don't root against the White Sox.
Okay.
That's the difference.
All right. Tom, how about yourself? I know you're an avid connoisseur of wines and foods and travel. What else do you like to do?
I'm a bit of foodie. I'm a bit opposite of Rod. We had kids early, kept them tight, and stopped. And so we're empty nesters now. We do love to travel, love to eat. Kind of a bit of an irony. My first date with my wife many years ago was at a White Sox game at the old Comiskey Park, and that's where 2 years later I asked her to marry me. So there's a little vintage to Chicago for me as well.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think you know, as you've seen so far in Texas, we're very accommodative down here and hospitable to outsiders, and I hope.
Yeah, let me interrupt you on that
Sure.
one. Exactly right. So, Rod, you can agree with this. When we first came down here, and we were mapping out the strategy, I can't tell you how many people we met with that said, "Now you need to meet this person, and now you need to meet this person." And by the time we got to you, we kind of understood the marketplace because it's a very open and hospitable community.
Man, in 5 to 10 years, I think Associated Bank will have a footprint here that will equal, if not surpass, our largest markets, I think.
Agreed.
Couldn't agree more. And for all of those reasons and the reasons we stated, you know, is why we're here and why we're committed to being here as well.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you for coming in. And for those that are invitees to the Dallas Bankers Club, stay tuned. We are having our next event June 27th here at Real News PR. And for those that don't know where that is, basically it's off of the toll road in 635 in the Hilton Hotel. So expect about 100 to 150 senior level bankers and a lot of good time, a lot of socializing, a lot of fun going on there. So we're going to have an open mic for this particular event. So look forward to that. And until then, we'll see you.